Hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV screen to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well, let's learn English together. And hello, hello, and hello. Hello, good afternoon, hi, hello, and salutations. Welcome back to M5's English program. Yes, welcome back to the studio. Welcome back to our TV program, and welcome back to this mega revision. And what day is it today? Yes, that's right. Yesterday was Wednesday, and 3 days ago it was Monday, wasn't it? Yes. And that all tells us, the kings and queens of logic, that we are. That all tells us that today is Thursday. And even if we don't know how to work out what day it is using our exceptional logic skills, we can always just check the date on the calendar and then we know that it's Thursday. Okay, so are you all ready? Are you all ready for today's revision session? I hope so, because here it comes. And hello everyone. How the demons from Santo's nightmares are you all today? Are you all having fun? Did you all sleep well? Did you awake, rested and fresh? Or did you wake looking like a drowned rat? Well, which one? When you looked in the mirror this morning, did you see picture A or picture B staring back at you? Well, hopefully the reflection in the mirror was closer to picture A than to picture B. Although, if you're a man or a woman with brunette hair, then, well, seeing picture A reflected in your mirror must have been a little bit surprising. Well, never mind. I'm sure that you know who you are, and you are who you are. And if you're not a blonde woman with long hair, then you know that you're not a blonde woman with long hair. Okay, so hopefully nobody is experiencing personality problems as a result of those two pictures. Anyway, hopefully, as I said, you looked more like picture A. I mean, I don't hope that you look like a woman with long blonde hair. Unless you are a woman with long blonde hair. I just hope that when you woke up this morning, you looked as fresh as that woman in the photo. As fresh as a daisy. If, on the other hand, you looked more like picture B, then, well, allow me to offer my commiserations. I'm sorry that you woke up this morning looking like a drowned rat. Have we seen that word before? Commiserations. I'm not sure we have. Well, what do you think it means? Can you guess? Can anyone figure it out? Well, think about it from a different angle. Think about it from the opposite side. If you win a prize, say, for example, that you wrote the best essay in your class, or your painting was the best in the school, or perhaps you work at a company which deals in bananas, and at work you sold more bananas this month than any of the other banana salesmen and women. Now, in all of those situations, what would people say to you? What is it that people say to you when you tell them that you achieved something great, that you did something special? That's right. They use the noun which comes from the verb to congratulate, don't they? They don't use the verb. That would sound very, very formal. I congratulate you. That sounds daft. What people do is use the noun from the verb to congratulate. They offer their congratulations. They say congratulations. Now, of course, they could say something else. They could say something which means the same thing. They could say, well done, which we often use as a phrase to express congratulations. So, when someone has done something good or well, or when we want to say that we're happy that something good happened to them, then either we say congratulations or we say well done. Both of them mean essentially the same thing. So we can decide which one to use. There's no real difference. Okay, so we know what we can say to people when we want to say that we're happy about something that they did or something that happened to them. But let's think about the situation we had earlier. Think about what I was talking about. I was talking about whether you looked more like picture A or picture B. Now, picture A is a nicer picture. Picture B is a photo of a drowned rat, which isn't very nice. Okay, the rat in the photo is not actually dead. If we look at the verb to drown, it means that someone has died in water. Now, that isn't 100% accurate either. If you're swimming in Lake Balaton and I shoot you in the head, then you didn't drown, you were shot. So, the verb to drown means that you die by breathing water. Fish can extract oxygen from water. They have gills. But if you or I try to breathe underwater, then, well, it's not going to end well, is it? We're not fish. We're not even mutant fish people like Kevin Costner in that awful, terrible, horrible, ghastly, atrocious film Waterworld.
Gills.
God, that was a terrible film. Truly awful. Anyway, the point. What's the point? The point is that we can't breathe underwater. We can't extract oxygen from water. If we try to breathe underwater, all that happens is our lungs, the two pulmonary sacs that we use to suck air into our bodies so that we can get oxygen into our blood, well, if we try to do that underwater, then our lungs fill up with water and we drown. That's all. Now, that's obviously not a nice thing, to die by inhaling water instead of air, but the phrase that I used, like a drowned rat, isn't literal. It doesn't actually mean that the rat in the phrase has inhaled water instead of air and has died. The phrase like a drowned rat simply means that someone looks extremely wet and untidy. This person looks like someone has dragged them, pulled them through mud and water. When we think of mud in English, we think of two things. One is the idea of earth and water mixed together. When you're playing football in the rain, there will be lots of mud, like this. And the other thing we think of is this lot. A glam rock band from the 1970s, who had a rather strange hit with a song about tigers' feet. I never understood that song, at all, but I still dance to it in the discos. Oh, the shame, the shame. I can't believe that I danced to this. I can't believe that anyone danced to this.
Right, that's right, that's right, that's right. I really love your tiger light. And that's neat, that's neat, that's neat, that's neat. I really love your tiger feet. I really love your tiger feet. Your tiger feet. Your tiger feet. Your tiger feet. All right.
Now, just before we move along, I'd just like to clarify that although in my youth I did dance to that song, I never, ever danced like those people in the video, okay? All right, now, moving swiftly along. If someone looks like a drowned rat, it doesn't mean that they look like a rodent who tried to be a fish and failed. It merely means that they look wet and messy. This person is not looking their best. Once, when we were walking in the countryside, the heavens opened and it started to rain like some sort of monsoon. What was the result? Well, one result was the fact that we looked like a couple of drowned rats. So, that's what we mean when we say someone looks like a drowned rat. Okay, and on we go. Where were we? We were here, weren't we? Yes, that's right, we were here. And more to the point, what were we looking at? What were we talking about? What were we discussing? Oh, now I remember. Last lesson, we saw Lizzie and Tim in the supermarket car park, didn't we? Alfredo got fed up waiting for Tim to come back, so he sent Lizzie to find Tim and bring him back. He sent Lizzie to fetch Tim. Now, there's a word which leads us into a small diversion. There are three words connected to the movement which we often see together, and fetch is one of them. Let's have a quick look at the others. It'll only take a couple of minutes. Okay, So the words in question are these: bring, take, and fetch. Now, although some of these words have more than one meaning, we often use all three of them when we're talking about moving, when we're thinking about people moving things here and there. Now, as you can see, two of the verbs are irregular, only fetch is regular. But that's not particularly important at the moment. What is important is the basic difference between the three verbs in terms of movement. Let's start at the start, with the verb to bring. If someone tells you to bring something to them, then they're essentially saying this: I am here, you are there. I want you to come here with that. Now, the same idea can be communicated if we ask someone, can you hand me the hammer? Or if we ask, can you give me the hammer? But in those two sentences, the fact that we're asking the other person to give or hand us the hammer tells us that we're standing close to each other. Close enough for you to stretch your arm out and hand me the hammer. When I ask if you can bring me the hammer, then we're not close enough. Possibly we're a couple of meters apart. Possibly we're a couple of kilometers apart. We don't know. But we're not close enough for me to reach out and take the hammer from your hand. So I use the verb bring. I ask you to bring something to me. I am here, you are there, and the thing I require, the thing I need, the thing I'd like, the thing I want is in the same place that you are. So I'm asking you to come to where I am, and when you come with the thing that I need. I'd like you to bring that thing to me. Pick it up and come to where I am. That's bring. Okay, so that's bring. Now the next word, take, is the opposite idea. Now, if I tell you to take something somewhere, then there are two possibilities. The first possibility is that we're together and I'd like you to go somewhere else with something. I am here, you are here, and the thing is also here. I'd like you to go there with the thing. I'd like you to take this there. Okay, so that's the first idea that we think of with take, but there's another possibility too. Perhaps we're not in the same place. You're in one place with the hammer, and I'd like you to go to another place with the hammer. I'd like you to take the hammer somewhere else. I don't want you to bring it to me, and I'm not asking you to take it from where I am. We're not together at the moment. I'm standing at point A, you're standing at point B, and I'd like you to take the hammer to point C. Okay, so that's the other idea of take. You don't have to be going from me. I can ask you to take something from here, or I can ask you to take something from there to there. I can ask you to take something from point B to point C. And that's us done for the day. Yes, it's true. Our revision session, this building block of the mega revision, is finished. And that means that it's time for us to go our separate ways. So, I'm off to get some coffee. And you lot? Well, you'd better check to see if there's anything you have to do. What about the dog? What about the cat? What about the parrot? What about the washing? What about the washing up? What about the hoover? Eh? Yes, lots of questions that you might have to answer. So I'll leave now and let you get on with it. I'll see you all here, same time, same place. Another day, but not another time. Another day, yes, but not a different location. Nope. Same place, same time. See you all tomorrow. See you later, and www.mediaclick.hu. Bye!